Okay. Okay, so yes, we appear to be live. So yeah, I'm running this with a higher latency setting than I normally do because I've noticed that at this point most of my audience tends to be watching this as VODs, or at least not actually joining in the chat. And since the whole point of the ultra low latency was to make it easier for people to join in the chat, and nobody's doing that, or at least not right now, I'm not going to bother with the low latency. This means that the video quality will be a little bit higher, and maybe that'll affect the VODs. I don't know. But we will see. Anyway, so first things first. Good news is I didn't have to cheat in any money. Bad news is that those poor engineers have been sitting there in October 1st of 1956 for probably a couple of centuries. So we're going to turn the date back on for them and get to playing. Also, I did wind up picking up one more new mod. It was actually on the workshop yesterday, but I didn't realize what it was. It is a mod to basically have universal state cars. You know, the generic like state cars for, the bricks or the planks or the steel. Well, this dude basically took those and just made a mod that is them, but they hold whatever, which is super useful. And I think they actually have a few different compartments too, and it's so nice. I love it. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to use the 50 or 80 kilometer an hour ones because I've got my 96 kilometer an hour universal wagons, and I'm not going to. And these are actually slightly better for my purpose than the 50 kilometer an hour ones because they hold 5 rather than 4. But yeah, I'm going to start using those at some point here. But anyway, so we have 17 million in the bank, and that should be enough to start setting up the big cargo hub, and also to get the bricks coming in. So yeah, what I'm going to do is similar to what I did there. I'm going to start with cargo, just a ton of platforms, because we need a lot of platforms for this. And in fact, I'm probably going to wind up having to stitch multiple stations together just to get enough platforms. Yeah, we're going to have our ship's harbor running along there. So I think we're going to start this bit. Let's see. And I think we want this parallel with the harbor, not with the city. We'll conform the city streets to the station, not the station to the city streets. But I do want it so that I can, yeah, that looks like a decent spot to start. But we'll come back. Yeah, there we go. So now, first things first, we don't have the money to support, these massive buildings yet. And we also, I accidentally put this in with 4. Yeah, no wonder. Now, we'll get most of our money back on this stuff. It's going to take a while, though, because yes, they did fix most of the lag issues. This is just purely because my graphics card is terrible. But, yeah. I'm going to basically just strip out everything except the first row of stuff, and then I'm going to expand it out sideways, and then I'm going to put in one single platform, because that's all we need right now is one platform for bringing the bricks in. And then I'll need to put in my cargo tram connection. So yeah, we can't go any further that way, but we can go back this way a little bit. We'll see how far. Track. And yes, we can get in our platform. So we can get up to 10. Let's see if we can get any more. Okay, we can get 11. Can we get 12? Yes, we can get 12. Basically, I said I really do just need a stupid quantity of platforms, because I'm going to be using this as a central hub for a lot of stuff. I'm going to have, okay, that's as much as I can put in. Okay, then. And I'm going to leave that track in, reserving this space. Although, that being said, that's actually probably a decent place to end this station. And when I need more than 12 tracks, I'll be putting in a second station probably over here-ish somewhere. Actually, I might even do the thing where I like sort of combine them a little bit. And then I'm going to nestle the harbor into the little nook between them. That would actually be kind of cool. But anyway, though, for now, we only, this is only drop off, but I'm going to go ahead and put in station track just right the way up. This is going to need to be as it just a stupidly big cargo station. I mean, I don't think it needs to be nearly this big lengthwise, but I'm going to go ahead and make it this big lengthwise just because I can. But yeah. Yeah, I think that'll do us. And actually, just to save me money, because I noticed that the buildings cost the most, the platforms cost the second most, and the tracks cost the least to maintain. So I'm going to go ahead and leave all of these tracks in, but I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these platforms. And then I'm going to put in one bit of platform right at the very end. Didn't mean to zoom out that much, but just so that the train doesn't have to travel any further than it actually has to. And I am going to want to try and keep passenger and cargo traffic separate, because passenger is going to move faster, but I think I'm going to give put cargo on the outside. Yeah, because cargo needs a more specific rate, so I'm going to have cargo cross over passenger and put it on the outsides, but which is actually going to make this a little easier to start out with, too, because I said I'm going to be starting with the cargo track, and that is cargo track. But anyway, so yeah, we're going to need to build this up a little bit. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in another bit of platform, and I'm actually going to move the building. Or actually, no, I'm not going to move the building. I'm going to put in the smaller building. Basically, it's as if I knocked out the building but left the ramp, so that I can extend that a little bit, let the train pull fully in, and then this one's going to come out from that side. And now this is going to be, a very small, bit of platform. And actually, since this is going to the main city, I probably will want a lot more than that. So, yeah, actually, I think the easiest way to do this is going to be to put in another bit of platform right there, and then put in a bit of track there, and that'll give us a little more storage capacity without having to reroute the road around this. Eventually, I am going to just level that bit of road and probably put in a bridge over the station, but for now, no. So anyway, so let's see. So this is going to need a tools connection, probably to the main hub. Yeah, tools are there, and it's going to need to go there, it's going to need to go there, it's going to need to go in there. And actually, we might be better having a separate tools hub, although I do like having that main hub, so I probably will deliver to that. Well, either way, we'll want to eventually hook into that stuff with both passenger and cargo mainline. Probably. At the very least, we'll need a passenger going into here. So let's see, coming down here to look. Yeah, and I think I am going to also redo this so that it has another cargo track there, and then the passenger platform on the outside. But we don't need that yet. Just good for planning. But yeah, anyway, so for right now, we need this line in, but since it's going to be going into a main line, we need the main line in. So this is going to be one side of the cargo bit of the main line. Come on, join in, please. And we want to keep this nice and quick. And that does mean taking this right the way back. And this is going to be the right-hand side of the cargo main line. Eventually, all of this is going to wind up quad track. But for now, since we're only running one train either way, it only needs to be single tracked. Yeah. And then this is going to run up here. Yeah, that'll make things easy there. And then the passenger track is going to run around and into the middle of the two bits of cargo track. Yeah, and then that can just go straight into there, and then we'll build up the rest of the depot or the rest of the goods yard as we go. Yeah, and that keeps it nice and high speed the whole way. And actually, we will need to feather this in because we need the depot access. So yeah, just this one is going to need to come up, and we want to keep full speed. And then there needs to be a double slip for depot access. So that'll give us the depot access, and that'll let our newest cargo train get onto its line. And this one, I think I am going to go higher speed and use my 96 kilometer an hour universal stuff, just because. But anyway, so yeah, this is now going to need to, and this can be a lot slower because this is just getting into the station. Although I think I am going to do it in two bits that I can keep it tighter there, but a little higher speed actually going into the track. I mean, no reason to not let the stuff get up to speed fairly early. But the cargo stuff only needs to be 96 for now, and the fastest it'll ever get is 160, which we can actually do with the universal stuff now that we have those nice universal goods state cars. Yeah. Yep, sorry, we've currently got some noisy stuff going on outside, so we'll see just how directional the mic in this PC actually is. Because I have noticed that it stops picking me up when I turn around, which I've done a few times, and I do apologize for that. I will try and do so not at all, preferably, but possibly just less in the future. But anyway, that'll let us get that line in. From there up to there. And that is not going to be called Blackpool Central, but this line is going to be Silston Brickworks. Oh wait, I need to start actually labeling these too with my naming scheme. Same, I did it for the road freight one, but these need to be, these are going to be TF for train freight or track freight or however you want to do it. I think what I was doing for the last one was I was doing R for road, T for track or train, whatever you prefer. And then I was doing LTR for light rail for the trams, because I've been looking at a lot of British stuff, and so my brain has started going light rail instead of narrow gauge for this stuff. And then I was doing W for water, and I don't think I've had any airplane stuff. But anyway, this is going to be two. I think we'll keep Blackpool as the main portion of the city, and the other two will just be like subsections of it. So this will be two. Blackpool goods yard. And I love how it crops it to Blackpool goo with the current size of the window. But anyway, yeah, and we want this to full load at Silston Brickworks. And now the fun part is we need to make sure that firstly that this connects, because that's important. But secondly, we're going to need to get in our tram thing, because these three I'm going to leave mixed. I mean, they'll gradually upgrade so that, you know, bricks only will need to go there and everything else. But as I'm going to have everything coming into here and everything going out of here on various lines anyway, getting all of those lines in now is not a terrible thing. So yeah, I think we're going to, yeah, I really want to start with like a big impressive cargo building, but as it tapers off to there, I think we'll go with the medium one, because I can afford to have this station be fairly impressive. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll do the medium one, and then I'll do that one with the little ramp. Yeah, that looks good. And then I'm gonna, I'm probably gonna have another big building here, and that's gonna be where the bulk of my tram stuff is gonna go. But for now, that'll do. And then let's get in drop-off stops. Okay, so no. Okay, so it does appear to have properly reset itself. So I do only need one drop-off for now. Unfortunately, it is the literal opposite end of the city stuff, but that's fine with me. And this does cover all the way up to that point there. So this should be a perfectly fine drop-off stop. And now the real question, do we have cargo trams yet? Which I'll need to put my tram depot back in order to see. There we go. If we don't have cargo trams, I'll just have to do this with wagons, but because I don't think, yeah, the first cargo tram that unlocks unlocks at the same time as the first steam tram, because it's just a cargo variant of the first steam tram. So until then, I am going to have to just do wagons, which is fine, I guess, but annoying. Wait, no, but before we put that in, we're going to need the thing here. And because I'm starting this off as basically, this is effectively a temporary thing. I'm going to have it 30 meter only on the one side. And I'm going to see. Okay, no, I can. Wait. I'm careful with this. I can squeeze it in there, and that looks pretty nice. And then I'm just going to do a like S bend there. Although I could do a curve like that, but nah, I'm going to do a S bends. We're going to come out like this with that one. And then we're going to S bend it in. There we go. And then we need a new line from there. Oh, I'd already put in a line. Well, we'll get rid of this one. And this one is going to be Blackpool. Okay, so right now this is RF for road freight. Blackpool Cargo Livery 1. Because these are all going to wind up being mixed cargo as time goes on. But for now, I said I'm just going to have them, numbered like 1 and probably 2 is probably, I don't know, I might have an official numbering scheme, but for now it's just going to be, random numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and I'm thinking about potentially swapping my colors mod. I like this one, but it's very disorganized. So I might wind up switching to the one GT has, but then I wouldn't have like my nice mauve and stuff. I don't know. What I'd really like is a like color picker wheel or an RGB thing that would let me do literally any color. But I think that's a little too much to ask for at this point. Anyway, while I'm in here though, I'm going to put my naming convention on these guys. That's a freight train. And this one is also a freight train. And then we need to get some, if I can find, there we go. If I can get some wagons onto, oh wow. Okay, that's impressive. I put the station, the new platform in so far away on the opposite end of the station that it actually is registering a missing station there. That's impressive. Which reminds me, this is not Blackpool Central. This is Blackpool. If I can stop, yeah, if I can stop moving my mouse accidentally. This is Blackpool Goods Yard. No, I don't actually need to configure it. So yeah, now we're going to go into the road depot. And we are going to get some more of these guys. Let's start with 5 because that's the number I usually start with. And actually, I think I'm going to start, first I'm just going to put them on the line and also get the train on the line. But I'm going to go ahead and do my cargo and passenger color scheming in just a bit. Yeah, I think I am going to start, though, getting into the fast stuff. Let's see. That's still the old Cornwall. Yeah, I think that 80 is the fastest we have right now. Well, we have that one that does 81. But yeah, because, and I was just watching Grand's thing on Tractive Effort today, which might eventually affect my decisions on some of this stuff, but I tend to play on fairly flat maps, so I doubt that'll have much effect. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. No, actually, not. Let's get some of these guys on while it's still worth doing. And the lower emissions one is the one that has the windscreen for the driver, which is nice and doesn't cost me any extra money. So, and let's get the cargo mauve that I've decided on, and we'll grab one of those. And this one's going to be getting my full speed cargo wagons, and I'm going to do. I either want to do the biggest ones or the flat ones for the bricks. I think I'm going to do the yeah, I'm going to do the flat ones. basically loading up pallets of bricks. So let's do 5 of these for now. Yeah, that ought to do. And then we want our brake van. And we're going to grab it and chuck it on that one. And then now we can let it run, and we'll check out our new train as it comes out the station. Yeah, definitely an interesting color to pick for my cargo train livery. I usually go with like a green, but yeah, although I've found that in certain engines in Transport Fever look surprisingly good in, I believe it was this one. I think it was. No, it wasn't that. It was a more mellow one, but there's like this one, like, very lavender color that they looked surprisingly good in. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that lavender looks surprisingly good, but it's a little too bright for cargo trains, so that's why I've been going with the dark mauve instead. But anyway, so while I'm thinking of it, though, I think I'm going to go ahead and go into the line manager, and I'm going to color my or not the vehicle manager, not the line manager. I'm going to color my road vehicles as well. So yeah, until we start getting in passenger lines, which I might go ahead and put in my first passenger line, I'm just going to have everything mauve. And as it passengers lines are going to be my characteristic aqua color, because I really like that color. Yeah. And I think that I am going to go ahead and get in the passenger line. Although if I do that, I'm going to need to put in that track. I think I am going to go ahead and, I said, while I have the money, because that should be another profitable train, even more profitable than the last one. This needs to go in there. Although actually no, that's actually going to be another car. No, that is going to be the passenger track. Yeah, and that's where it snaps, right? Yep. So yeah, we'll go ahead and put that in, and then we'll fix up this station, because now that we have another longer distance train that'll be a bigger money earner, I think we can a little more confidently build up proper stations and not, be too concerned about not having the money to be able to afford them. Oh yeah. Oh no, I have to just go back out and go back into it, and now it'll, yeah, there we go, the canopies. And I think I'm gonna do the brick with green trim rather than the stone for this one at least. Yeah, well, that's your fault for building up there. Yeah, there we go. And one thing that kind of bothers me is that there isn't actually an entrance on these, on the passenger side buildings, but that's only noticeable if you like get in really close. And I think it looks kind of good having the access ramp, the passenger building, and the little cargo office. And for a little station like this, I think it's fine. But yeah, we are going to have to, though, signal up this junction. So yeah. So we have the US and then we have the regular semaphores. So I think we're gonna put the we're gonna try and give decent priority to the freight line, just simply because that's our big money earner. And the way you prioritize is by putting the signals further back, because then it'll trip them sooner and basically book that junction. Now that can, have a negative impact too, but I'm just going to do it that way for now, just because. First, we need to actually put in the platform on that little bit of track. Well, actually, I think I am going to start properly putting this station together. Oh, lovely! It's not letting me put the track back on. See, yeah, I'm going to do the main station in the generic platformy stuff. Yeah, it's not. It's going to force me to take the. Well, that's annoying. I mean, it's not that hard to put them back in, but it's annoying that I have to pay for them again. Come on, go in. But yeah, I said I have a decent nest egg though, and I do have a couple of profitable money-making lines in place. So I think I'm going to do the full front and the full outermost platform, and then obviously putting the building back in. But I'm not going to do I'm eventually going to have a big building up here. But for now, I'm just going to have a small one right by the town. The big one's going to be mostly for show and not for function, because we're unlikely to have the town build too much up in that area. But yeah, once I'm done this, though, I'm also going to put in a passenger tram line throughout the town. Yeah, neither of those are particularly useful for me. But yeah, once I've got this in, I'm also going to have a passenger tram line that's going to hit up all the bits of the city. And I might even put a small passenger tram line in the other town, although I don't think I will. Oh yeah, we need the building too while we're at it. Yeah, and this is going to be basically the old station building, and this is going to be the default stone one. I believe they just, that when I did it, it was just, oh no, it's the medium one I need. Okay. So it's still going to be a fairly, good sized and impressive building. Actually, I think I might budget up a little bit and put in one of these ones here, because the small ones have an actual proper clock tower. And that's one thing I don't like about the big ones, is they move the clocks down here and then you don't have anything there, and it's clear that that's meant to have a clock face, and it's just like, why? It just, I don't know. But, and then I think I'm going to have, just to balance it out, a couple of sections of this with no clock tower. Yeah, and that clock tower is there to kind of be, seen by the city. Yeah, that reminds me. There actually is a mod set that has a clock tower in it. It's for like this I think a South American themed map, and I really wish that they had included the various bits of the pack separately, because it forces a bunch of other things to change, and I just want, you know, the ability to actually have that clock tower. Yeah, I don't know. I'd really like some, you know, proper full-size clock towers, but anyway. And that should, oh, come on, you. Oh, okay, no, it does go in. Goes in a bit weirdly, but that is fine. You know, it's kind of weird. Like, this went in perfectly fine the first time, and now it's being a pain. But whatever. I've got it in, and that's all that really matters on this one. And then let's get in that new line. And I think we're going to do the passenger lines from the outlying cities to the main one. Even though it's probably mostly going to be the other way around. People from the outlying, from the main city, at least for this one, going out to shop there, because we don't have much of the residential from there covered. But yeah, this is going to be train passenger, if it doesn't click out of it and go crazy. Train passenger Silston to Blackpool. And then we'll go ahead and get a train on that. And at least initially here, or no, we don't want the, but yeah, I don't know. I might put on like one of the fairly small ones, but no, because we do have a we do have yeah, we do have this one that does the 81, and we do have passenger cars to go with it, I believe. And I thought one of these was 81 instead of 80. Yeah, I know that those are only 72. Oh no, okay, so yeah, they are limited to 80, but I do want to have, you know, different engines on the different things. So yeah, I think we'll go with, so we can go with either the plain teak or the LNWR liveried ones. I think we'll go with the plain ones because we can color those our nice green color. And I think that'll be probably well more than enough. So yeah, we'll grab that, and I'm going to color it, my passenger color, and I'll put that on the passenger line. And then that's not going to do much of anything for us until I actually get in the passenger station here, which is going to flatten a bit, but as we did build up a nice nest egg while I was letting the thing run last night. Yeah, let's see. And I probably can get a nice big station in here. I can probably get 2 on one side, but can I get 2 on both sides? Yes, I can. Then I'll line it up nicely with the corner of the station there. And then I'll build it up as big as I can towards the depot. And I think that's as much as I'm getting in. Which, I mean, that's still a, you know, nice big, although, ooh, no, if I build out that way, I won't be able to run through it. So actually, no, I think I am gonna take that back so that I can get the road to go out that side. And it actually, I'll have to take it back another one for it to let me, but I can then build up a little more and squash into the road. It does let you do that. So we will still be able to get just long enough for trams to stop for the trams to stop, although not the like really long late game ones, but yeah, this is fine. Let's see, can I get a real tight turn in there? Nope. See, I will set this to go straight and just give myself as much room as I can to extend that. And I said I should be able to get in one more bit of platform, which it will let me. So yeah, there we go. But we're not going to be able to build more of that. That is fine though. And I'm going to go ahead and start painting in the hexagon tiles I like. Oh, actually, no. First, I need to get in the tram line. So, yes. And I'm not going to bother electrifying, even when we do have the electric available. I'm not going to bother electrifying anything until we actually have electric trams. But yeah. So let's see. So the main thing I want is just a big loop that gets me coverage on just about everything. But I'm probably going to wind up doing like little detour loops within each section of the city. Yeah, I'm going to follow that. That's going to probably be a main through road. That already is a main through road. Yeah, I think I will wind up doing this in several sections eventually, but for now, I think I'm just going to have a spur that comes out here. Actually, I think we'll share a turnaround with that. So yeah, we'll come out and around there, and that'll give us a stop there that'll cover a good chunk of that. And we'll come back down. And as I said, and eventually I'm gonna probably have a probably like a big loop like around there, because it's clear that that's going to probably be another big terminal that's going to have a couple of passenger stations. I can go through that and have a big loop around there, and it might even include a little bit of that. Who knows? And then I'll probably have another loop like within that area, or actually no, because that one I can just detour to hit the station. Then I'll have probably another loop up into that area, and eventually another loop that's going to go down the peninsula. But for now, I'm actually not going to come all the way down because the city doesn't extend that far. I'm just going to turn down this road here. Yeah, eventually, I'm going to sort that out because that's a nasty little bit of road work there. Those really should just connect. But I mean, I may have a bit of a nest egg, but it'll go away very quickly. Although that one I can take care of at least. Yeah, I think this is going to come down this way so I can whack another stop in around there-ish. And yeah, and I can afford to take out that house and run this road through properly. And I'm going to go ahead and run it up to that junction and then take that off. There we go. That's a lot nicer looking. Anyway, so yeah, let's go ahead and get in our tram stops. Yeah, let's stop there-ish, because that has a lot of coverage. And we'll do probably, yeah, we'll probably wind up doing a lot of them along that main road. And we need one up there. Actually, that one I believe does just barely cover up to there. Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't quite cover that road section. So no, we're gonna have to move that one back up to there, which is fine. So yeah, if we put that there, then then that covers. No, it still doesn't quite cover that. Well, those 4 buildings just won't have tram coverage yet. Eventually, I'm probably gonna, have like little bits of tram line that'll connect up those bits into the main network. But anyway, for now, let's have then another stop there, and another stop there, and another stop there, and that bit's probably going to get removed at some point. But this part will probably stay though, so I'll have a stop there, and that'll be my initial tram line. So yeah, we'll go. Actually, no, we're not gonna start there. We're gonna start at the station, and then we're gonna go around. And those are the 6-wheel carriages. So yeah, we can get a little faster with our traffic now. As we'll start getting properly fast once we've unlocked the upgraded version of the blast. What's it? Oh, I completely spaced the name. I'll have to look it up. But there's one thing where you get 2 versions up. There's 2 versions of it. There's an older one and then there's a newer one, and the newer one's actually fairly quick. Yeah, I'm gonna set that to go through it rather than turn around in it. And I'm going to put these both sides because we'll eventually need it both sides. Yeah. So yeah, right after there, it's going to go through there. And I think I'm going to rename that to the Blackpool Station. Or, yeah, Blackpool Station. And this whole line is going to be light rail, passenger, Blackpool tram. And then this is a big tram line, so we're probably going to need a decent few vehicles on it. Let's see. This one's slightly better, so we'll grab. We'll do my usual. Start with 5, add more as needed, and then. Oh, that's right. I didn't quite run the tram tracks up to the actual depot. That's kind of important. Well, there we go. And that'll get some public transport going around here and hopefully reduce the traffic. Let's see. Yeah, and that's definitely building up. So let's check the rate on these guys. Probably pretty abysmal. It is 28, and how much is it shipping to Spalding is the name of the city. So this is shipping 59 to Spalding. So yeah, we need to almost exactly double it. Actually, slightly more than. So we'll double it and then add one more. So clone all, and then clone that one. And that should handle it for at least a little while. And then we'll probably also need more trams, but for now, that's just to connect up the destinations and start getting stuff flowing better. So yeah, let's see, we still got a decent amount of money from how long we let stuff run. Let's see what to try and do next. See, is there anywhere else that yeah, these guys want bricks. We could do a long bricks line. And actually, we could probably do a bricks line and then bring oil on the way back, because the oil all needs to go way up there, which that'll be really profitable. And we can pick up that oil well as well. Pun not intended, but still good. So yeah, we can send bricks down to here, but it'll mostly be for picking up that oil and bringing it back up into the main hub. And then we can send a train out from the main hub to there. And we'll probably have another train going out from the main hub that'll, yeah, because we'll want to avoid that mountain with our main line. So our main line will probably hug right around it there. Or we might even need to go all the way around the tool works. Don't know, but we'll need to bring oil to there, and then we'll need to bring oil to a ship line that'll go across to there. The ships are slow, so I don't want to ship it the whole way from here all the way up to there. Although I definitely could. Yeah, and I think I actually will, because I like having ship lines in. So I could have a ship line going all the way up to there, and that would need a rate of 1600, which we definitely couldn't do with the early game ships, just simply because they have too slow of a loading speed. It would actually take so long to load up at the docks that they actually wouldn't be able to keep up with it. But I think by the late game, though, I think I'll want to have one of the bigger ships, and it'll drop off there, and then we'll have a little one that'll run it like, or we might even, well, eventually we'll have a rail bridge, but no, actually we might not. I might just, run it to like a big, as I'm gonna have a lot of harbors in this area there, but I'm gonna run it to there and probably shuttle it either across to there, or I might just go like all the way around to in there where I can get a direct connection, and then we'll have a shuttle there. I don't know. Anyway, though, for now, let's just run track out to there, and I think I'm going to run cargo and passenger track, the whole 9 yards. So yeah, and that's going to be joining up cargo tracks with that bit of double track there. So yeah, let's get, well, first things first, let's get in a another platform here. That'll accept bricks and send them out, and then it'll also drop off oil eventually. But for now, it's, yeah, and yeah, for now, I'm just gonna leave this as short, but eventually this is gonna become a massive goods yard. But yeah, I'm gonna run this just regular double track, and then it's gonna want up. Yeah, I'm gonna run it as regular double track up just through that there, and here it's gonna need to expand out to form the quad track there. But the main thing, though, is that I need to branch off to meet up with that, which I think that's going to happen a little further back. And that's going to have to move, because eventually that's going to become big road there. But let's see. So yeah, I'm going to, oh, no, the other way, thank you. No, we can't run it straight through there. We're going to have to come out and around, because all the switch work is in there. So yeah, let's run this out a bit. But yeah, this is gonna go pretty straight on, and this is gonna be, yeah, it's, let's see. Yeah, it gets more expensive going down because the tunnel's getting longer is what it is. Let's see though. This one, now this is not one of the ones where it's cheaper to do a cutting. Although, maybe if we go right the way up, we can get we can get it cheaper that way, but I don't know. I don't like, big embankments. See, I think I would rather dip it down, pay a little bit more, and have a decent sized tunnel there. Actually, I think I might also inch this back a bit so that that would force a cutting, which I actually would prefer a tunnel. There we go. Yeah, that's more what I like. And then we're going to need to, actually, as I'm going to try and quad track basically right from the beginning on most of this stuff. Just simply because I know that if I don't, I won't leave enough room. And this is going to be the hard bit, is getting this. See, I could have it cross over in the tunnel and have two entrances on one side and have it come out big the other. I think that would actually be kind of cool. So yeah, let's try willing to come over fully in the tunnel, which is fine by me. See, actually, I might even want to just do that and actually have it be like side by side double track there. Yeah, actually, that could be kind of cool though. Although I do actually prefer though the brick arches, so I think I'll do that. I'll do it this way, but then I'm going to take it back to there and put it in as yeah, I'm probably gonna have to relay that section to get it to, because it's already popped itself out. So yeah, I'm gonna have to relay that section to get it to go in right. And I'm gonna have to don't you do this to me. I need to get it to, okay, let's do this. There we go. Okay, so now that it's going in, I can lay it from there, maybe from there to there. Oh, come on. Really? I'm actually gonna have to force the ground up a little bit in order to make it actually stay a tunnel. Oh no, I didn't want smoothing, I want that. There we go. And I'll re-smooth it off afterward, but yeah, that's the problem with making tunnels that are only just barely tunnels, is that when you want to do stuff like this, it winds up going real screwy on you. I think I need to take that out, maybe. And that could be kind of cool. No, that's not what I want. So yeah, we need it to, okay, so yeah, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to start from outside of the tunnel, go in just enough that it'll form the tunnel, but it's collisioning for some reason. What the heck are you colliding with? Oh, there's a bit of track there. Okay, there we go. Now we need to take it from here just until it actually forms the form. There you go. Form the tunnel. Why do you have to go in so far? You usually don't. Okay, maybe I need to start from further out here. Give it a long enough section. There we go. Yeah, and I should be able to take it from here. There we go. It went in that time. And then for this one, we're not going to do the same thing. We're going to actually take it out there, and we're going to intentionally split the two, if I can. There we go. And we're going to intentionally split the two on this side. We want to get it so that they're about level. Yeah, that'll do. And then we'll lay that in. And then this one needs to come from here. And it's going to go in, and then it's going to hopefully, man, I hoped it would do the thing where it like follows inside the double slip switch, which is usually really annoying, but sometimes is exactly what you want. But nope, they're actually going to have to take it in a little bit to form the tunnel. Then we're going to need to come around to here to do the turn, but without exiting the tunnel. Then we're going to need to do, well, that's interesting. Okay, maybe I'm actually going to do like 3 separate entrances, which I do actually really like the small tunnel entrances, so it's not too big a deal for me, but I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like weird and unnecessary. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just get this bit here to go in, and then I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna get that bit to go in right. So yeah, this bit is gonna need to come across there. And then it's gonna need to get into there somehow. So actually, I think I'm gonna have to start from here, get across. Okay, there we go. So yeah, that's where it's going to go in from, and it's limiting itself to less than 90, which is not ideal, but it's probably just what we're going to have to do to get this to go in at all. And then this should form an S-bend there, which slows it down even more for that bit. But yeah, that'll do. And then we need to run this bit in to double track it. It actually goes in, which, of course, it's cutting too close to that junction, so we'll need to. Oh wow, that actually isn't a. Oh, it's going to that farm. Okay. So yeah, don't worry, farm. We'll hook you back up in a little bit once we've got all of this mess figured out. But for now, this is what's actually important. There we go. Now it will snap in there. I think what we're going to do is we're going to run it out to there, which is basically the apex of the curve. And let's just see what it does if I take this and I just directly hook it up to that. Okay, that's a little bit not where I want it, so let's see if we can edge it up. There we go. And I'm going to shift it down just slightly, which will also force the tunnel entrance forward a bit. Oop, nope. There we go. Yeah, that's, I think, is about as good as we're going to get it. That definitely gives an interesting bit of tunnel entrance. As I really do like those small ones that are actually stone. I really do think that all of the entrances should be consistent. Ooh. So yeah, that's a thing. It's a thing that I was going to try and do. I mean, not on this one because of the fact that I'm, crossing over. I'm just going to leave it with this. Actually, yeah, that is a thing, isn't it? Well, we're going to have to hope that I'm not going to lose too much of this money because I'm not happy with this. I'm going to just rip the whole thing out. So yeah, there's a thing that I was experimenting with on the previous map for doing quad track tunnels in a way that doesn't look as, not dumb, but not the way I like my tunnels, is the only way I can really describe it. Is I don't like having the big tunnel. I would rather have two arch tunnels than one big flat topped one. So what I'm going to do, this is going to actually need to split up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this through to create a tunnel. And I'm actually going to make this tunnel initially just straight up 5 tracks, which sounds weird, but stick with me. So I'm going to need to take this back a bit. But yeah, I'm going to initially make this tunnel 5 tracks. Then I'm going to take the original track and delete it, but put most of it back in with little gaps that'll look like pillars. So yeah. I think we're going to do that, and then I think we're going to redo this little bit here, just to get this as quick as possible, which is still not going to be very quick just because of what we're having to do to get this around here. I mean, later on I might redo this whole thing and just basically put the tunnel like through there and just have it be, a much bigger tunnel. But for now, I'm just going to have all of this craziness. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, this is also going to need to start here. And we don't want that crossing over itself like that. So this is going to start here, like just before the tunnel as well. And this is going to need to come into here as quick as I can, which is going to be even worse than the last one. I'll bet you, yeah. There we go. That's probably the best I'm getting. And then this is going to just come around and double track. And then this, I'm going to run just all the way through. Click, thank you. I'm going to run this one all the way through. And that forms, that just this massively wide tunnel, which is not what I'm going for. So I need to grab the like decorative just the ballast thing, but for now I'm going to do that and see how that gives us perfectly aligned double tunnel entrances. I'd love it if they were just a smidge closer together, but this is fine for now. And then we've got the walls there, but what I can do is take this and I zoom out a little so I can, I'll leave a little gap. I think I'm going to actually measure out a gap size so I can keep it consistent. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to put in a section. And I believe tunnels should be consistently priced no matter how deep underground they are. So we'll put in, yeah, let's do, just over 16,000 there. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And right there, and we'll put in, it'll need to snap to tunnel, and then we'll do, okay, so, yeah, it obviously varies a little bit, but not too horribly much, I don't think. So anyway, 1, oh, now we'll come from this end, so yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, what I should, yeah, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to put that one in fairly measured. Then, yeah, I'm going to need to do this one in like 3 different bits. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, no, I'll come to there then. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. There, and that'll give us a nice tunnel that when we go through it in a train, I mean, obviously, we're left with that track in the middle there, but we have like this nice big tunnel that's got it's got the nice brick arched entrances, and it's got pillars in the middle. And when I get the ballast track, I can swap that from to be just plain ballast, and that, I think that'll look really nice as a nice, I mean, obviously it's a lot more of a pain to put in, and then you've got to bring this back together into a regular quad track on the other end. But I don't know. I think that the effect is going to be worth it, is all I'm going to say on that. I think it's worth it. Yeah, and I'm coming out a little high, so I'm going to dip the middle of that down a decent bit. And this is, I think it's just going to have to be an embankment just because of the way the land's going. But yeah. There we go. Yeah, and this is definitely going to be a long one. And I think, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to squeeze through the side there, so I'm going to need another mega tunnel there as well. So yeah. But as I think that this will come out really nice as a bit of scenery type stuff. A lot nicer than if I just, slapped a quad track tunnel in there and decided that was good enough. So yeah, I'm gonna run the 2 left-hand tracks out first. But yeah, and I think this one, there's no 2 ways about it. This one's just gonna have to be a big tunnel. I'm gonna still do it in a couple of bits though, so that I can come out and go between those 2. But yeah, this one's just gonna plow right on through, which actually isn't too expensive of a tunnel, fortunately. Yeah. And eventually, I'm actually going to run some track effectively. Ooh, oh yeah. So that's going to be a problem. I was going to run basically a turnaround loop out behind the station, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that with the tram there. So I'm going to need to do a bit like here, where it ducks out, gives a station that's just for turning around and goes back in. I mean, some of my passenger trains I'll probably wind up double ending, and then that won't be an issue, but yeah, that's something I didn't think of. But, oh well. Oh, man. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this in multiple sections so it'll go in. But yeah. And I guess we'll be doing another fancy tunnel here. And I'm gonna do the same basic thing where I'm gonna like measure from each end. Yeah. And I might actually go ahead and leave that gap in the middle the whole way, just because I think it will. Yeah, and here where it transitions in curved directions, I'm going to need to actually run a bit to space it out. And I'm going to need to run it all the way through the tunnel just to be safe. But as I am going to go through though and delete that and redo it nicely. But now we'll get in the two right-hand tracks. And then these need to come out to the end of this bit. This is just to brace that curve transition. For the rest of this, theoretically, so long as it's, constant curvature, it's basically so long as I put it down in one bit, it should be able to go down in one bit without anything in the middle. But I'll need to be careful on that though, because I think I probably did put that in multiple sections. But I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Let's just see what happens if I take this just all the way down. Yeah, no. Yeah, because I took it to somewhere in there, so I'm going to need to do another bit. So I think I ended it after there somewhere. So yeah, I'm gonna need to take that bracing one all the way up through to like there-ish. But I'm gonna delete it and I'll get 3/4 of the value back, which is nice. And yeah, and I'll need to take the bracing out a ways here too, to where I started that big section, which I think was, I think I did just put it in straight from around there-ish somewhere. So, and that was all one section, so I only need to go from there to there-ish. And then if autosave. Okay. Autosaves are good. Autosaves save me when it crashes. So yeah. We'll put that into there, and then this one will come out there. Yeah, and that should still be that nice perfect spacing because that was all in one go. Yeah, I think I do like the idea of doing it this way with that gap in the middle. I mean, it's definitely not the way I usually do stuff, but it's nice to, try new things occasionally. And if I decide that it's, way too much of a pain to do all of my rail infrastructure that way, then I'll, not do the rest of it that way. But if I decide that it's, cool and well worth it, then I will. And yeah, and that's all nice. And I'll obviously, I probably will run the smoothing brush through there to, level that out. Maybe run like a row of trees or something through it to, pretty it up a bit. But well, that, several million went away very quickly. And I'm gonna get rid of the bracing track. That'll give me. I didn't mean to get rid of those bits. Yeah, this will give me, as I said, 3/4 of the cost back. and I think I get all of the landscaping back too, which is nice. Yeah, that was definitely a very good update on their part. Ooh, that flares out a bit. Okay, apparently on one side or the other I didn't take that far enough, so yeah, we're gonna need to delete that back. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna start doing it. Yeah, actually, yeah, I think I might actually as a save, pause. Oh, actually, I've done nearly an hour and a half, so I think I might actually wait, and I think I might I'll finish with actually, yeah, I think that I'm going to now I do want to get at least that bricks train in. So I think I'm going to finish running the left side, and I'll run this section just as single track for now, because I'll only need one train, at least at the beginning. So yeah, I'm just going to do a cargo terminus with one track, and super short. It's just a little drop off, and I will put it in right there where it covers most of the bricks. I'm going to try and remove a minimum number of buildings. So that's probably the best for now. Eventually we'll need, trams going to the outskirts, but yeah. And I'm going to just hook that track up, and then I think I'm not going to bother doing any of the rest of it yet, but I am going to remove this middle bit before it costs me a ton of money, and then I'll put in the gaps between the pillars once I've found and downloaded the gravel track mod. Oh, come on, trees, get out of the way. Yeah, because I think the tunnel will look a lot better with the gravel track, and I won't have to waste as much money on putting in full-on regular track. And I can just run the gravel track the whole way through the middle of the quad track for everything, which will make it a lot easier, and I think at least a little bit better scenery-wise to just have the flat ballast going the whole way. So yeah, I'm gonna, remove this middle bit of bracing track, get the money back while I can. And I think I am also going to run this off, although actually I am getting, a couple of million back from especially that tunnel. That's probably where the bulk of it came from. And I probably won't be able to afford to put in the gravel on the tunnel. But yeah, if I take all of this out, that should give me enough, especially if I take out some of that. And then I'll just be able to run it in one go. Yeah, I'm going to take out a lot of this unnecessary stuff that I'm not paying for it. I'm going to leave in the tunnels, though, because I'll lose a quarter of what I spent on those. But yeah, I'm going to take out everything here on the right-hand side. And actually, well, since I do have a passenger track, I might also put in a single passenger train as well. But for now, though, I'll just take this right on up to the tunnel, and right on up to the tunnel at the other side. And I'm not going to bother with the passengers, because passengers typically aren't the most profitable, not until you can move them fast, because the passengers care a lot more about speed than the cargo trains do. But I've got this side all figured out, and I think that's going to be a lot nicer in the long run. But my idea of merging them in the tunnel was cool, but because of the fact that the game renders the insides of tunnels weird when you have junctions in them, then I do think this is a lot better in the long run. So yeah, I'm gonna put in the crossover here, and then I'm gonna put in that other line, and I'm gonna signal up the double tracked section. And yeah, I'm gonna just put these in nice and short. Is it a nice itty bitty diamond? And then we'll get the signals in, get the line in, get the trains on, or get train singular on, and then I think I'm gonna just run it. Just leave it. I don't think I'm gonna run it like all night again, but I think I am gonna run it for like an hour or so, maybe, just long enough to get a little bit of cash for next episode, because we still are a bit low on the cash, but yeah. Actually, no, I don't want one there because actually no, because the freight as we don't want one there. We want to guard it from the other side. Just good practice to do it this way. And then we'll do this needs to be properly guarded. As eventually I think the cargo track is probably going to wind up like having a flyover there probably, but for now we just need to do that and that, and see that's passenger stuff, and we're only going into the one track for now, so I can just put in the one there and there, and that'll handle that. Oh no, actually no, we're coming in from that one though, and then we're okay, so no, we need to, so yeah, we have the cross over there, so we need to, and actually until we actually run this double track, he can actually just wait in the station, because it's actually not that far, and that will definitely give the although no, because that means he'll reserve it a lot earlier though. I don't know. I think this is fine for now. We'll get in the line from goods yard all the way out to here, and this is going to be a fairly quick and very long freight train, or very like long distance wise, and we'll basically be getting profits as if we were running from there to there, when we are going to have to take that extra detour, but I think it'll be worth it to do it this way. Okay, so let's see. If we run it for a little bit, we'll see how much it's trying to send to there. But yeah, and since we're doing this though, I'm going to need a decent amount of storage on that, I think. So yeah, let's put in a few extra bits of track here. And actually we need these to go back far enough that they can use the crossover too. So yeah, I think I'm just going to put in both of these platforms in their entirety, just so that the trains will pull in enough to not cause any problems. And yeah. Come on, go in, and you. Yeah, and one good thing about doing it this way is that it'll also store up, probably this platform here is probably going to get full of bricks, and we'll have plenty to deliver once we have the money to expand the train further. But for now, I think I'm probably actually going to, now I don't think I'm going to have enough money to double head it, but I'm going to, if I do, I will. But yeah, I put in the line, and I'm going to name it so I don't, not do. Ooh, yeah, and I'm gonna. Okay, so yeah, and we'll for depot access purposes that needs to be. Oh no, that because that's going the other way. That still we will want that for depot access purposes, but we'll also need one just nipping in there for depot access. So yeah, I think I'm going to run the train out and I'm going to reverse it. And it'll run on the wrong track into the platform, but that's fine because we don't have a very busy network. Eventually we'll need, like crossovers for that sort of stuff. But for now, I think this is fine. Although I could run something, no, I'm not going to mess with it. I'm just going to get a train on there and get it right. So yeah. Let's see. See, I think I'm going to, although we have this guy, which is power of 306 and tractive effort of 30 versus this one, which is 228. So yeah, this is actually a slightly bigger train. This is definitely even more of a passenger train, but I think I'm going to go ahead and use one of these guys just so that, as I like having a variety of rolling stock on, and until we get the actually faster stuff. Oh wait, no, we have the rebuilt one. Yes, this is the one that I'm going to use a whole lot until the newer stuff gets in. No, we want this one. We definitely want it, especially for this long of a journey. And this will get up to the full 96 too. So yeah, we're going to grab that one, and then getting some serious depot clutter here. And I think I'm going to use these ones. And we're just going to add them until oh wow, really? Seriously? Jeez. Okay, that's a thing. Well, it will start production, at least. But yeah. I think I'm actually gonna run, well, once we close up, I'll run this for a bit and I'll extend this train as I get the money, because this one is gonna be a big money earner. I guarantee it. But yeah, so I'm gonna run this one out through here. Ooh, and I actually haven't signaled that stuff now. Okay, so yeah, this guy's actually gonna go to there, and then I'm gonna flip him. And actually, we also want to go in and manage the line and tell it to fill itself full at the goods yard. And then we should have another one right now that's, yeah, we have that one there, which is also going to need to be made a lot bigger. And just so that this is a little nicer, I actually am going to put a crossover here so that both trains will use the double track for that section. So yeah, this is, yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah, and that one's also going to need to be expanded considerably, but let's see. So yeah, this is now shipping 54 to there, so we'll need, oh, and it's still going up. So yeah, we'll need a rate of like 100 on the one and a lot more on the other. Or no, only 54 on the other, but yeah, so actually I think I'm going to just stop this one in the station there. Actually, yeah, no, because we're not going to be profitable until I get that one up. And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause. I'm going to take out, and this is a risky thing to do, but I'm going to take out a huge loan, and we're going to modify this. And actually, no, I don't want flat. I want this to match, because this is effectively all bought in one go. This is all going to match. So yeah, we're going to, and it's already mediocre. But yeah, it's fairly flat though. So as long as it can keep up 96 on the flat, I said I think I might actually take it straight to pour. Actually, no, because I'm gonna put a what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a back engine on. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll take it to pour, and then I'll put a back engine on. Which no, that's way more than I need. That's already 9 million. Yeah, no. Let's make it. Yeah, let's take it to 70 capacity. That'll be. Oh no, that's only 10. That's 10 cars. No, yeah, no, I'll just do it with 70 capacity because that's actually pretty good already. And then we'll put on a brake van. And then I'm also going to give the other one a similar treatment of upping the size on it considerably. Well, actually, no, that one's already rate 107, so that's nearly enough. So yeah, I'll just modify it and whack on a just one more wagon. Ought to do it for now. And I'll make it be this one to match the ones that I just bought. And that should be able to keep up with the full demand. And then I'm going to go ahead and repay. And then I think we will be done. And I will leave you guys with following this guy for a bit because it'll take a few trips of that one for this one to fill up. But yeah, it'll be a nice long ride with this one once it fills up and actually leaves. See, I'm going to go in and I'm going to get us a nice position here. There we go. Oh, blast. No, have to go back to the nice position again. But yeah, we'll just be hanging out the side of the cab. And once that other train has run just a few times, which, oh, okay. No. We're going to need to flip this guy around as soon as it gets out, because, yeah, it exceeded its wait time is what happened. And so, yeah, no, I'm going to go in and set, just temporarily, I'm going to set this to a lot more wait time. Yeah, let's set it to 10 minutes of wait time, because that should be a lot less than the frequency of the other one. So now I'll get us set up. And it'll probably take like 3 or 4 journeys worth of the other one to get this full. So it'll be a little while, but yeah, I'll leave you guys here until that happens. Okay, so yeah, apparently 14 out of each journey of the other one is going on to this one. So that means it'll take 4 more journeys to fill it up full, I believe. So yeah, oh, hey Amber, nice to see you here. I apparently didn't notice you in the chat before. Yeah, sorry that I posted this stuff for this late. I guess you can, I said, go back and watch it on fast forward, but I said, I'm going to leave this here for long enough for this guy to do a single full journey, and then I'm going to come down and actually shut stuff down. But, yeah, I've made a decent amount of progress, and as you can probably tell, I said I'm starting up a new map. The other one was just getting a little too frustrating, and I want to try out some stuff that I didn't actually do on that one. So, yeah. Well, hopefully you will still enjoy. So, yeah, I think that's me out for now. I will be back in a little bit to shut down after this is gone for a bit. So, yeah, I said as soon as this one fills up, it'll set out. but it'll take, a few journeys of the other trail. No, it's got something. I'm going to go in and I'm going to just, I'm going to turn off wait for full load. And you can just, we'll go ahead and just have the cab ride. It'll be a lot more profitable on its next run. But yeah. Now, this is a nice quick train going a real long distance. So with this going, our money trouble should be in the past. And that'll drop off a little bit more to fill this guy up full by the time he gets back, hopefully. Unless I overdid the rate on this one, which I may have, but I don't think I did, because it's a much longer journey. But anyway, I think that's going to be me signing off for now. And, ooh, I'm going to want to be on the other side here. Yeah, nice tunnel that I did. No, anyway, yeah, we'll ride it on this side. Because when we're doing this properly, this would be the inside bit. I said I've only done the 2 left-hand tracks because I'm doing everything quad track, but I'm not going to actually do any more infrastructure until I get the mod to put in the track where it's like just the gravel, because that'll make it a lot easier to do the style of quad track that I'm wanting to do, and it'll make it look a lot better. And I don't want to just waste the money, dumping in track that I'm going to just rip out and lose all that money. So and since we only have the 1 train for now running on this section anyway, there's no point in putting in all the track. So I'm just running it effectively single track for now, except there's, a bunch of extra track laid that I'm not going to use yet. But yeah. Anyway, for now, that is me out.